Hello guys, it's me. So, you're probably wondering why I have my shirt open, and it's because today I'm doing a tattoo tour, and it's stupid because all my tattoos are tiny and I only have 5. But I thought I'd do it because I saw someone do it and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to do that, that's fun, that's cute, and so I'm gonna do it whether you like it or not. And also I think part of me is like, oh, I want to see how this progresses in the future because I don't have breaks from getting tattoos, so that's that. So we're gonna do it in order of when I got them, and then I'll explain what they mean. Which means the top has to come off, guys. I'm sorry. I have like loads on my torso, so we'll go with this one first. Okay, so the one on my back is, I think it's always gonna be my favorite tattoo ever because of its meaning. It says to speak or to die, and if you're new here, I'm a Timothy stan. I'm calling by your name stan. No, but that movie changed my life in many, many ways. I've explained it in several videos, you can find it somewhere. And I am lucky enough to meet Timothy every year, and the third time I met Timothy, I asked him to write it for me so I could get it tattooed on my back in his handwriting. So that's Timothy's handwriting, just for me, on my back. Yeah, I love it. To speak or to die has always been a quote to me that means so much. I think when I first watched the movie, that was what I took away from it, alongside another quote which is also tattooed on my body. But yeah, it means so much to me because it's written from him to me in his handwriting. Yeah, it's always going to be my favorite, I think. So then the next one I got 2 at the same time, technically. But the next one I got was this one. So if you can't read that, it says Perlman. It's like written in script form, so it's Perlman. And then it says, I want to read it word for word. But to make yourself feel nothing so as not to feel anything, what a waste. So that was the second quote that meant a lot to me in Call Me By Your Name. And I was at the time, a script writing major, as Americans like to say it, but I was just studied film. I'm a film graduate now, and so getting it in script like form was like meaningful to me, as well as the quote. And so yeah, I love that tattoo so much. It's absolutely perfect, and that quote is something I like live my day-to-day life like, you know. So that was super meaningful. And then the next one is really fucking hard to capture, but I'm gonna attempt it. So if I flop this, it's not my fault. It's basically a semicolon. And at the time that I got both those tattoos at the same time, this one and this one, I was in like the lowest of lows, like of places, and it's really depressed and sad, and looking back it's hilarious because I got rid of what was making me feel that way. But anyways, the semicolon has been around on like a Tumblr thing. I hate to call it that, but it's been around for years and years and years, and it essentially means to continue your story after not wanting to. And so it's like a mental health / suicide / attempt prevention kind of tattoo. And so yeah, that was at the time feeling so low. I was like, I need to pick myself up, and the way of doing that was getting that tattoo. So I got that tattoo, and alas, my story has continued, and I'm happier than I've ever been. So, you know, they say that like whatever you tattoo on your body like manifests. I think it's so true. I genuinely do. I think it's so true, which is why I tell people not to get tarot cards tattooed on them, because it's fucking dumb, even if they're positive tarot cards. But anyways, so then the next one I got, again, awkward placing, guys, was this one. If you cannot see, it is 2 swords and then a rose entangled between them. So the reason I got that was because my first want to get a tattoo per novel that I've written, and I've written about 7. But that represents my first 2 novels. So in my first novel, the main character was called Rose, and in the second novel, the main character had, what's the word? Not affliction, an affection, I guess, for katana swords. And my friend Jay, she drew it for me because I drew it and it looked really shit. And I know that she's an amazing artist. I was like, can you please like neaten this up for me? And so she did, and now I've got it tattooed on me, and it's so meaningful because those 2 books are just always going to be with me for the rest of my life. And I love them, and I'm attached to them. They're my babies. And so having that tattooed in like the center of me is so meaningful, and yeah, I absolutely love it. The final one, which is fucking stupid, and it's also fading, but we're gonna ignore it because it's on my finger, so it's gonna fade. But yeah. It says Fu. Fu in Chinese means good luck, and Fu is what I wanted as well on my middle finger. So when I flip people off, it's like a fuck you, but also fuck you and good luck kind of thing. It's fading because it's a finger tattoo, but in a month I'm gonna go get it touched up because that's what you gotta do with finger tattoos, and I don't really give a fuck. If I'm being completely honest, I really don't give a fuck that it fades. I think it's cool that it fades. So those are my tattoos. I know this was really short and stupid because they're so small, most of them, and they all hide. But yeah, they're really super personal to me. So if I catch any of you motherfuckers trying to copy any of these, we will be having a discussion. Okay, I love you guys. I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.